Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
Hi. Oh, that's all right.
Hello, everyone. As we had announced earlier, we're going live tonight. So we want to know what everybody's doing for Valentine's Day. What big plans do you have? What surprises are planned? So what's going on in your Valentine's Day schedule? As most of you know, we are Marddi and Troy Rahn, founders of Higher Connection Marriage and creators of Divorce Proof Your Marriage Strategy, where we help disconnected couples rebuild their intimacy and connection to create a passionate love affair and become marriage role models for generations to come.
So next week's Valentine's Day, right? So everybody's probably got plans, you know, going to go out for supper, going to buy their wife flowers, you know, going to buy everybody gifts, you know, you got to figure all that out. And hopefully we're catching you early enough to where now you won't forget that it's next week. So us guys can actually be prepared and not forget. So that's good. So the question I have is, why do we have to wait to do all those things till Valentine's Day? Right?
I agree. If you're, logged in, or if you're watching us, please give us a shout out, so we know where you're calling from and or watching from, and so we can see you're out there. But I agree, right? We look at intimacy as a 1 time a year, 2 times a year type of thing, right? We do all these planning for Valentine's Day. We do all this planning for anniversaries, maybe birthdays. But what happens to the day today? How can you show your intimacy towards each other, on a daily basis? Why does it have to wait just to 1 or 2 times a year?
They make cards all the time, and cards are available to buy every day of the year. So there's no reason you can't just go buy a card sometime for your spouse and say, just so they know you love you, that you love them, or that, just write a note. I mean, Marddi the other day in our lunch, she put in a note that she loved me. I mean, just little things like that mean a lot. And we don't think about doing those types of things unless it's a special occasion. And if you're truly trying to create a passionate love affair where people look at you and say, wow, they're still in love after 15 years of marriage, that's what you got to do, is you got to do those little things on a daily basis or a weekly basis at least, to create that passion and to keep the spark going in your marriage.
So, like Troy said, it's the little things, right? It's the little note. It's the, maybe it's just picking up the house, right? Maybe that's really a pet peeve of yours, and your spouse just does it one day, right? And you're like, oh, yay, he loves me or she loves me, right? Or they make your special meal. It doesn't have to be big gestures of, intimacy and connection. It can be just something small that means a lot. We all have different things that, we like, right? I like cards. I used to get flowers.
Oh, wow. Flowers in California are expensive.
I understand. So the cards aren't.
Oh, yeah.
But, so it's just, finding those little things that just show that you appreciate them, you're grateful for them, right? Saying you're thankful, right? Showing gratitude and thanking them for what they do. And it may be the same thing they do day in and day out, but, it's still nice to hear, that you notice it and you appreciate them, doing those things.
So I'd like to challenge everybody to doing something for their spouse before Valentine's Day. Letting them know that you love about them, letting them know that you care about them and that you're thinking about them, rather than just waiting until Valentine's Day. Imagine if you did something every day up until Valentine's Day. How much better would Valentine's Day be?
And you might get more too.
That is very true. That is very
You
true.
gotta, be honest, right?
Yeah, that is very true. So it may just not have to wait till Valentine's Day for that.
That's true too.
So something else we've created, because we see this intimacy as being a lack in our society, we've actually created a 5-day intimacy challenge that we're actually going to be launching next Monday.
Registration opens on Sunday, though. You don't have to wait till Monday to register.
Right. But it's a 5-day challenge. You can do it from anywhere, as long as you have a computer, as long as you have a phone, whatever, you can do it from anywhere. So all you have to do is check back on our pages, and we'll have all the information and all the links posted for you guys. And what it is, it's a 5-day intimacy and connection challenge. So we go through 5 days worth of ideas and thoughts behind intimacy and how to connect them with your spouse and with your family and those types of things.
Because intimacy is more than just sex, right? I mean, we kind of joke about it, and it's important, but there's all kinds of intimacy. There's physical and intellectual and emotional, and so we just give you some ideas on how to re-spark that intimacy and connection. So hopefully that, you can rejuvenate your marriage and, be glowing of connection and intimacy.
And the one thing is during the whole challenge, we don't sell you anything. So we're not trying to get clients out of this. We're just trying to share our knowledge with you all, and hopefully you guys can learn some tips and intimacy connections with your spouse.
And no, I think that's good. So again, right, we're, just want to help. We see a lot of marriages that are struggling day by day, right, just to make it to the next day. And we're here to try to help serve them and give them some ideas on how they can reconnect, right, and take another step closer, another step forward, to make their marriage better, so they can be role models for their kids and their kids' kids, right? Because I think that's what we want. We want our children and the people we're around to, do things a little bit easier, a little bit better than us. So again, next Sunday, the registration opens for our Intimacy and Connection Challenge right before Valentine's Day. So hopefully it gets you guys pumped up for Valentine's Day that week. And then the challenge will start on Monday. And we'd love to hear from you guys. As you go through it, we want to know what's working well for you and what you're struggling with, right? That's what we're here for, is to help you through it day by day.
And also, I think when we started this video, hopefully we're all new. I'm new to this technology, but I think we actually included our Facebook group that we've just started. So if you're interested in joining our group so you get some tips and share anything that you have to help, that'd be great. So just look on the link. It's Divorce Proof Your Marriage. If it's not there, just Google or just search Divorce Proof Your Marriage group, and you'll be able to find us. This is Troy and Marddi reminding you to keep God first, your spouse second, and intimacy always.
And have more sex.
See ya.